So have I got a very disturbing story for you guys today. As a record label, a very famous record label, Top Dog Entertainment is being sued for alleged SA and harassment. Top Dog Entertainment, and you might be saying that, Donnie, I've actually never heard of Top Dog Entertainment. Who are these guys? You say that they're a famous record label? I mean, I've never heard of them in my entire life. Well, they are the record label that Kendrick Lamar was signed to for majority of his career. That is the reason why they are so famous. Kendrick Lamar was signed to Top Dog Entertainment from the year 2005. That's right. He started his career with this record label, and he only left them in 2022 due to him, like, he completely left also Aftermath as well, because he started his own record label back in 2020 with Dave Free, and now he's like pretty much a completely, I'd say, an independent artist almost. Like, he's just basically signed, he's still signed to Interscope, but I mean, who isn't signed to Interscope Records? I feel like everyone kind of is, but when it comes to his other record label, he's pretty much independent on his own. But for his majority of his career, he was signed to Top Dog Entertainment, and now they are being sued for alleged SA. And I will say, obviously, it is alleged. That is for sure. It's always, as we always have to do it, it's always innocent until proven guilty. But I will say that in this article that we'll go over right now, it does not look good for the people that are involved within this. As you can see right here, the lawsuit was filed from Arns Dave's Law, so just like a couple law firms. And the women that are suing Top Dog Entertainment, they are being kept anonymous, so that's why their names are being used as Jane Doe and Jane Roe. Jane Doe is just pretty much like and John Doe, it's whenever someone's kept anonymous, that's just the name that's put over them, just for whenever their names aren't confirmed. But one of the women, she's alleging that when she was working for the record label back in 2019, that the chief marketing officer, Brandon Tiffeth, tried to sleep with her via unwanted advances and sexually battered her. That's right. This man committed sexual battery against this woman. And apparently also the label's current president as well consistently displayed sexual behaviors towards this woman as well. Furthermore, this Jane Doe alleges that TDE did not honor a contract between her and Musa to pay her for her professional services. She also accused another employee, David Harrell, of giving her a spiked drink when she was underage in order to sexually exploit and take advantage of her. And all these people, like, they aren't just some, like, people who are working within, like, Top Dog Entertainment. Like, they're just some, like, oh, it's just one of the producers who came and worked off. These are high executives within this record label that were doing this stuff. Like, these allegations, they are really, really bad. These are not great allegations to come out against your record label whatsoever. Apparently, the plaintiffs as well, they're seeking a full jury trial and damages for emotional distress, economic harm, and violations of their rights under California law. So, let's go over this. All right. First of all, I want to point out that obviously Kendrick Lamar isn't directly involved in any of this. He did leave the record label back in 2022, but he was still involved for a long period of time within this record label, and supposedly when these things did happen, as they did happen all the way back in 2019, as one of these, as it does say within this article itself, that she, like, you know, one of them did start working in the record label back in 2019, but we don't know the whole entire details of when these sexual advances, sexual harassments did happen. But obviously, with Kendrick Lamar being involved in this record label, and we all know about the beef that he had between Drake and him calling out Drake for being a supposed pedophile as well, saying, you know, making a whole entire song called Not Like Us. A lot of people on Reddit are obviously clowning that song and clowning the record label with this top comment on one of the posts about this article saying, not like us, but similar to us, and then someone else calling it us adjacent. Oh, it is. I will say right now that this is not good. This is not good whatsoever. I'm very curious to see what comes out from this record label. I'm very curious to see if Kendrick... I seriously doubt it, because Kendrick Lamar is never really one to actually come out and say anything publicly about any controversy. Like, obviously, he makes songs and stuff like that. He'll make diss tracks. But when it comes to, you know, voicing his opinion, giving his takes on certain things, especially controversial stuff like this, I wouldn't really see him come out and say anything about it. But in terms of whether this stuff is true or not, Obviously, it is innocent until proven guilty, but I will say that when things like this come along, it is not good. It is a not good look for the record label whatsoever. And considering that these women have kept anonymous as well, like, to me, whenever someone comes out and they put fake allegations out that aren't really true, a lot of the times they're doing it for attention. And if they are doing it for attention and they are making false allegations against someone, usually they want their name to come out about it because they want some kind of notoriety. But the fact that they are wanting to keep anonymous within this situation, that to me is a bit of a red flag to say, like, damn, this is not really good. Like, this is not good at all. The fact that these women are wanting to keep anonymous within this whole entire situation as not being a good case for the record label. Like, that's just me personally in terms of, like, you know, the way that this is going. But I feel like these allegations, they're not great. Not good whatsoever. I haven't heard or seen anything or about the record label coming out and saying anything. I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't come out and say anything either. I would be keeping my mouth shut as much as possible, trying to, you know, sweep it under the rug. Obviously, that's not a good thing to do, but I could 100% see TDE doing something like that, where they just keep silent about this until it's resolved in court. And once it gets resolved, whether it gets resolved outside of court, inside of court, whether they get found guilty or not guilty, then I will definitely come out and say something. But for now, if I was them, I would 100% keep my mouth shut over this. But either way that you look at it, this is obviously not a great situation for the record label altogether. I mean, I feel like Kendrick Lamar, once he saw this news come out, he's probably like, damn, I'm 100% fucking glad that I left that record label and I'm not involved in this controversy, because you know that if he was still signed to it, it'd be a lot worse for him than it is. But he's left, so I feel like he's glad. And I do mention Kendrick because I'm a massive fan of Kendrick Lamar. That's why I've mentioned him a few times. And obviously that he is like, he's the reason why this record label is as big as it is. Like, that's just no joke. Obviously they have like J-Rock and Schoolboy Q and a few other, like, you know, artists signed to their record label as well. But legit, if it wasn't for Kendrick Lamar, like, Top Dog Entertainment wouldn't be where they are now. But yeah, this is not looking good for these higher execs. I would also feel like that no matter what comes out of this situation, that they might end up just stepping down as well from their roles because of how bad these allegations are looking towards. But I would definitely like to hear what you guys think about all this down below. Do you think these allegations are true, or do you think that it's a whole bunch of BS? Or you're just gonna sit on the fence and wait until, like, you know, it gets resolved in court? But that'll be it for me. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.